part of me feel like I'm still dreaming. And as I say to some of my roommates that if this graduation is to be taking place in Nigeria, the Ohana Code will not contain the people from my village. Um, because this is not just a moment for me, but this is history for them as well. To have being the first to have come to this level education from the village and from my family. So I feel really privileged. So I just want to read to you what I wrote just to help me capture my thoughts and emotions. It is with a profound gratitude I stand before you this afternoon. 16 years ago, I was left to wander the streets of northern Nigeria as a street kid. To many people, I was just a piece of dirt with no dreams and no future ambitions. I could not read or write. I couldn't even spell my name properly. But one beautiful afternoon, I encountered a group of young U of N students on their practicum. While everyone saw me as just a piece of dirt, pure hopelessness in me, they spotted a black pearl, a treasure hidden in dirt. I was immediately rescued off the street. I was cleaned up and enrolled at the U of N Elementary School in Jos, Nigeria, where I began my journey to education. I've had the rare privilege to have traveled the world during my studies. The U of N have given me first-hand experience of culture, seeing beauty from God's perspective and appreciating diversity through God's lens. I've had a little taste of what heaven is going to look like. Although I'm not in a hurry to get there, I've got some more work to do on earth. My mind has been shaped and transformed. My character has been molded. But more importantly, I have been impacted with God's heart for my life and for people. I have learned to know the heartbeat of God for the nations and to respond to people's suffering with empathy and compassion. It was my biological father's dream to have someone who at least learned to read and write, with the hope of having one university graduate in the family and in my entire village. But it was God's plan and desire for me to be educated. Because of the dream of my father, I was robbed the privilege of growing up without my parents and end up in the street at some point. But God has restored that by giving me a global family throughout my studies. Today, history is made, a dream fulfilled, and you all present here are a witness to this miracle. I am profoundly grateful to have had the honor of being a trailblazer, being led by God to create a path for thousands and millions to follow in the future. Simply because the U of N believe in the dream and the future of a young boy from a desert village in northern Nigeria, I'm grateful to you all that have given your life for someone like me to be here today. Because the U of N is not just an educational system, the University of the Nations is people. We are the University of the Nations, you are the University of the Nations, and I am the University of the Nations. Nagode sosai, Dankeschön, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ezekiel. Ezekiel Samaila. Ezekiel has studied in Nigeria, Germany, South Africa, Spain, Switzerland, Poland, and the United States. His favorite scripture verse is Romans 12.
I'll let you see my eyes. Just listening to Mia and Christine and Ezekiel, I should say to you, I did this once to a crowd of 2-3 million there in Nigeria. I greeted them in 3 languages. Yours is maybe Hausa originally, yeah, and then also Yoruba and Igbo. I can do Igbo better, Adima, Kuku. And I was teaching school there in Umuahia, Nigeria. I love Nigeria. It's a great nation. And I love the nations, That's part of my problem. And